Hello, everybody. Welcome to it, Left and Right. I am Phantom Porgy Butts.
And I'm Mark and Nightingale.
She's gonna try not to yell in this episode, but I don't see that
I'll
happening.
try.
And I'm gonna try not to mumble, which is also not
So it's
gonna
gonna
happen.
be the opposite. I'll start
I'm gonna try to enunciate. I left the door open. Well, you left the door open.
True.
Should I
Sorry.
close it?
Yes.
Your brother's allowed. Welcome back to Mass Effect. I don't remember if I said that yet.
Yeah. Welcome back to Mass Effect. In the
What
last
a million.
in the last
I gave
episode we got
some
Liara.
Yeah.
And we started talking to some people.
I
And
have
we talked to some people off camera because sometimes it can get boring, and I just decided to start it because drama's gonna happen, I guess. Anyways,
I'm hungry.
Why so hesitant now?
I had a Chinese breakfast this morning.
I don't want to
What'd you
distract
have?
you too much.
It was rice porridge. It had pork in it,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just looking for an
some
ear.
onions,
That a
and
briefing
that was
wasn't the
it.
right
I had
place
tea
to
with
say
it
how
too.
ridiculous this is.
Yeah, okay, so
Seems like every other
uh,
galaxy is
yeah,
wrapped
this
up in
morning,
their own problems. They don't wanna see
I
what's
woke
going on.
up and I went to go walk around the house for a second, and my brother was
Wanting to believe everything
asked.
will be fine.
Okay, so I took.
Sounds like human
Hold
nature.
on, there's just so much to tell.
Yeah, I guess some things
So
carry a
last
consequence.
week,
Oh, girl, we got some stories.
okay, so let me tell you the story for right now. So we went to this cafe last
I
week.
think you'd carry a grudge over the crap you took.
And
from
Don't
Earth.
tell your part. Don't tell the.
Yeah.
I want to tell that part.
So
Aliens
we'll tell on either side. We'll do start
tried
first,
to
okay?
tell us what
But
to do.
we went to this cafe last week. Had really good coffee and really good food there.
Latte art.
Yeah.
I will post that on social media.
So, we were. So I was telling my brother about it, and he kind of wanted to go. And so this morning when I was walking around, he's all like, "Hey, do you want to go to the cafe today?" And I was kind of did a pause. And yesterday, Phantom, I think I brought up the idea of going before we recorded, but Phantom had something to do in the morning, and she offered to go, but I was like, I'm not desperate to go, and I don't want to be going out of the way. And so then my brother asked, like, "Do you want to go?" And I just kind of started thinking, like, "Sure." And then we were heading there, and I kind of forgot how to get there. So I vaguely remember directions, but I wasn't sure like what exit you'd have to get off on first, and that was going to be a big problem. And so guilt was starting to settle in because I was texting Phantom too at the time, and I was like, and I'm just like looking around the area we're in. I saw this cafe on the side. I'm like, "Let's go there!" And he's all like, "Okay." So we were there, and it wasn't like pastries or whatever. It was food. And it was like I was stepping into Hong Kong, because it's Hong Kong style food, and all the signs were in Cantonese or Chinese or whatever, and I'm just like, and the waitress there, she knew some English, but not a lot. So I'm like, hey, because usually, I'm assuming this goes for everybody, when they say like hello or a word in the language that they speak, you assume that they are the expert in that language. So when she said hello in English, I'm like, oh, she knows the complete English.
That's a noble thing.
But she didn't. So yeah, I want to order a crepe, but she told me no. So I just ordered like.
No.
I just ordered the breakfast on there. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah, it was good. I would go back there again if I knew more Cantonese to speak. And then we went to a bakery afterwards that wanted something sweet, and they had like this chocolate bun and with cream cheese in it. It was really good.
Oh, I'm hungry.
Sorry talking about food. Okay, so
No, because I'm gonna start talking about food now.
I am sorry, Caden, but I have not been paying attention to the things you've been talking about. He's talking about some girl.
Oh, I thought that said my mommy, but it's money.
He's talking about this girl that he knew when he went to school, and they were like a thing, but yeah, I don't remember what happened. He killed somebody for this thing, and she didn't like him. I didn't like him after that. It's not story. Anyway,
so my story. So,
our birthday.
Our birthday was like what, 2 weeks ago?
Yeah.
A week and a half ago, whatever. Me and Lark have the same birthday. I am a year older. And yeah. So anyway, I think we've talked about that before. Anyway, so Lark tells me that the Saturday, our birthday was on a Tuesday, and the Saturday following our birthday. Was our birthday on a Tuesday? Yeah. That Saturday she was gonna take me out and surprise me. And She said she was gonna take me somewhere, but it's funny because she can't drive, so I had to drive to my surprises. Anyway, so yeah, so she had this surprise day planned for me. I'm over at her house, I believe on our actual birthday, when Lark's grandmother comes over and is like, "Oh, hey, your brother said you were going to this place and blah 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 blah." And Lark's like, no, we're not," and basically ruined half of the surprise.
It was a museum.
Yeah, and so, but Lark had something else planned for me, so we ended up doing that, and it was this cafe that she was gonna go to with her brother today, but didn't because she felt bad. Sorry, I keep
It's okay.
touching your hand.
You're like so smooth.
Look, those are office hands. And so we went to this cafe. It was really good. They had really cute latte art, which again I will post. And then we went to this museum thing, which was really fun. Our tour guide was really funny. I embarrassed myself. There's this room full of like heaters and stuff, and he's like, "Why do you think this room exists?" And I was like, "To sweat out the ghosts." And I was stared at weirdly by everyone in the group.
He said half true.
Yeah, he was like, "I mean, I guess." And anyway, but it was a lot of fun. And so me and Lark go to the mall afterwards because it was just down the street from where we were.
Mm-hmm.
Walking around, really not doing anything. I was trying to look for a store, but I could not find it. I don't even know if it's there anymore, honestly. And so we're driving home. I'm trying to call my mom. She wasn't answering, and I'm just whatever. So I start to head home. Okay, so and I don't know about you guys, but when I drink coffee, I usually have to poo like really bad afterwards. And so it was kind of getting to that point where I really had to poo. So I was like, my mom.
I feel so bad.
my mom was gonna be at Lark's house doing taxes and stuff, and so I was like, oh, maybe if she's here, I'll run in and say hi real quick. My aunt had come out the night before to surprise me and my family, and so she was here. And so my mom said she might stop by and say hi to my aunt, and then go over to my the grandparents that Lark and I share and visit and stuff. So I saw that their car was there when I pulled up, and I was like, man, I really gotta poo, but I'm gonna run in and say hi real quick, and then I'll leave. I walk in the door. There's a lot of people there. My mother had thrown me a surprise party that I did not know about. Now here's the problem. Aside from the fact that I have to poo, I have really bad anxiety. I was diagnosed, I guess, with the general anxiety disorder. So there was a very real possibility that this could have triggered me. Luckily it did not. I was too much in shock. But I was freaking out because I walk in, everyone screams surprise, and I feel like they sang happy birthday. I don't remember because the whole intro. Okay, they did. It was very long.
I blacked out for like 10 seconds.
I was trying to hide. I thought it was a joint party for Lark and I, but it was not. It was for me, and I was just completely taken aback by everyone that was there because, oh my god, there were so many people.
But you
there.
lightweight wanted one.
Yeah, well, that was the thing is because I told my mom, I was like, I cannot tell you how lightweight that lightweight was.
Yeah.
That I wanted a party because I never really had a party. I think I had one when I was in like preschool, but like one person showed up. I invited my whole class, so hashtag problems. But anyway, so I was like, I like lightweight, but I was like, I don't have any friends. I don't want to have just my family like that because that's lame, you know. And I had 4 friends there. 4 or 5. Well, I mean, more showed up later, but yeah. So that happened. Oh, and no, another thing. So when we were leaving the mall, I was trying to call my mom to see what was going on. I wasn't supposed to be at the party yet.
No, and
like we still had like an hour or 2 hours or something before I was scheduled to arrive. So Lark's job was to keep. I had no idea that this was going to happen. I'm so surprised. So I tried to call my mom, and Lark is texting. I'm assuming her mom. She told me it was her friend, so I feel a little lied to.
I was also texting her at the same time.
Okay, so I don't feel as lied to. But anyway, so
she genuinely said hi to you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
Looking for supplies?
Good. So Lark's mom was like, "Oh, we need cat litter." So we had to go to Target and pick up cat litter, and Lark's being all salty about it. Like, let's take our time. Let's drive out like to a city that's like 45 minutes away from here and go ball. I also really had to pee. And so I was like, I'm just gonna go the one by my house, and we'll just deal with that. And so I just thought she was being all petty, and I was so happy, and then realized that it was just to make sure I stayed out a little bit longer than it was. But yeah, so that happened, and it was very fun. I loved it. a perk. We played Cards Against Humanity at the end of the night. One of our friends, his card, the black card was, I've gathered you all here today for something, and then I put down a disappointing birthday party, and I won. And my mom was playing with us, and when we were trying to figure out who won it, I kind of like laid down and like put my arm up, and I was like, me. It was funny.
We were hoping you.
It was a hell of a like. It was so perfect. Like that was the best card I've ever played. I think that's all that's going on for me.
Let me tell you my side of this.
Okay.
So I don't know when your mother was planning this. I mean, props to her that she did all this.
My dad said she was so stressed out, and I was like, I literally have the lowest standards. I was like, she could have gotten away with like giving me a box of taquitos, and I would have been fine. I love taquitos.
I was a bit disappointed that the taquitos at the party were from a box.
They're so. See, now do you see why I eat like a box of them at once?
It was like a long ass time since I had a taquito, and so I was like, oh my god, these are hella good. This place had really good taquitos, and then your mom's all like, oh no, they're from a box. I'm like, fuck.
I'm about to like go to the store on my way home and buy a box of taquitos because them shits were good.
Yeah, I don't know how long ago your mom told me I need you to distract Hannah on that day, like the day, and then be back by like 4:30. And I'm all like, what the fuck am I gonna do for like that long? Like, do I take her out for like a simple thing and then do whatever? Like what? And like, as I was just kind of like looking up stuff for us to do like throughout the day, also to keep your mind kind of somewhere else and not just go out for like lunch or something. So so
reading a signal. Must be on
I was just kind of looking up stuff on Yelp for us to go do, and I'm like, going to do something, trying something new together is pretty cool. And found the cafe, and I was like,
I also want to point out the reason the cafe was so cool is because it had my name in it. It was my cafe.
Stay out of range and
So it was cool.
until I bring those AA towers
There's
down.
also a Whole Foods.
I know the drill.
right across the street, that you got your vegan donut.
Got my vegan donut hoes. I ate them all.
Yeah, so I also had an idea, like, oh, let's go to this museum nearby, too. She's never been there, and I knew she said before, like, I'd like to go at some point in my lifetime. I'm like, well, that's today. Oh, shit, well... Okay, so, what was that? And so I had that planned out for that day. Thankfully, God. So, and also that entire time, since I had planned that, and I think I got everything planned like a week or two before the date. And, sorry, I'm like concentrating.
Hit the camp once those towers
So,
joke around.
the entire time too, it was really hard for me to keep this all a secret because I wanted to point something out that I thought would have you kind of thinking like, what? Like when we're talking, I think I was gonna bring up about the boy. They're like, oh yeah, I see him on Saturday, blah, 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 and then you're like, why do you see him on Saturday? And I don't know, like I always like, okay, Lark, think before you say anything.
No, my friend. Okay, so one of my friends, she's been my friend since we were kind of forced into our friendship. But anyway, she was there too, and so she knew about the party. But first, I want to say how proud I am of everyone because I know my grandfather knew about the party, and he is shit at keeping secrets. So I'm like, I had literally no idea. There were hella cars on the street in front of Lark's house, and I still didn't put the pieces together. I thought it was like the neighbors.
Like we were worried about that too, and yeah, I was gonna make up a excuse that like, oh yeah, it's my neighbors the Buddhist neighbors on the corner because it's Chinese New Year. They bring people over every Saturday.
I am the most gullible person, let me tell you. But anyway, so my friend, we had made plans. She lives like an hour and a half away from me. And so I had made plans to go to her house in like 2 weeks. And, and so before this, I had told her, I texted her and I said, oh man, Lark's grandma just ruined the surprise for me. And she's like, what the hell? That sucks. Like, that's lame. She's like, what'd she say? And I'm thinking, why is she getting all offended by this? First of all,
well, calm down. You're not like
I told her how she had ruin the museum thing that Lark was taking me to. And she was like, oh, wow, that's, you know, like, hella changed. I was like, alright, she's just being weird. And then I was on the phone with her. I bought her this pop socket thing. It goes on for, I don't know, look it up. It's kind of whatever. But anyway, I bought her one, and so I was like, oh, do you want me to mail it to you, or do you want me to, like, just bring it to you when I come out there? And she's like, oh yeah, no, just give it to me tomorrow. This was Friday, the day before the party. And I was like, I'm not coming out for 2 more weeks. What are you on? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. She's like, you know, there's just a lot. She has a lot going on, like, with her jobs and
her life.
School. And yeah, she has a lot going on. So I was just like, you're stupid. She almost blew it for me, like, twice. And I was like, I had no idea. I was so proud. Like, it was.
We were really trying our damnedest to keep this, like, all a secret.
Yeah. See, I feel like I couldn't do it, because I don't think I would say that there was a party, but I would,
you would kind of be able to, like, say something just so simple, like, oh yeah, until I see that person tomorrow. You're like, why tomorrow? It's kind of like a random ass day.
Yeah, but then I'd freak out, and I'd be like, oh shit, I gave it away, and just, like, completely...
Yeah, knowing you and your, like, anxious ass, like...
freak out. I asked my mom, I was like, what would you do if I actually had a panic attack? I was like, did we have a backup plan for this? She's like, I didn't, and I was like, oh, okay.
When your mom said that she's gonna throw a surprise party for you, I'm like, really? Is that a good idea for Hannah? like, I didn't think it was a good idea. I'm like, well, she wants to do it. I mean, I'm not gonna stop her. It's not like it's my fault.
Just throw me outside so I can calm down.
Just put you on a beer keg, and just like sit down. Alcohol is the last thing you want in a panic attack.
Right. No, I feel bad because there's a lot of people there that I haven't seen in a while, and I didn't really talk to them too much because I was kind of hanging out with my friends. But there's some people there that were mostly there for my parents and Lark's parents. Okay, so yeah, let me tell you that real quick. So this guy, I'm not gonna say his name, but my mom used to work with him, and you know they just became really good friends.
Yeah, and my parents too.
Yeah, Lark's parents are friends with him too. So he lives like an hour or so away from us, and my mom just recently kind of got back in contact with him around Christmas. You know, just they missed each other. It's been quite some time, and so my mom, you know, he's like, oh, let's meet up, and my mom's like, well, you know, we're throwing a surprise party for me. Well, my daughter, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's like, you know, you can come if you want.
He's
but
the nicest person.
He is so sweet. She was like, but you know, don't feel like you have to, just if you want. He's like, oh yeah, no, totally. He's like, what should I get her? And my mom's like, no. He's like, bitch, what do I get her? So they ended up giving me a couple gift cards, which is very nice. I know he's the sweetest dude. But anyway, so my mom didn't tell anyone that he was coming. So the story from what I've heard is that my uncle was in charge of looking out the window to make sure that I didn't show up.
I love this story.
And so he's looking out, and then they see him, and he goes, oh my god, is that that guy? And
let's call him Greg.
Yeah, let's call him Greg. And my uncle goes, oh my god, is that Greg? And then my aunt saw him, and I believe she was in the kitchen when this happened, and she started jumping up and down like a child, like, oh my god, Greg's here. So he was a surprise for everybody else, which was funny. But no, he's like
the real surprise.
He was the real surprise. But really, he was like he was the sweetest dude. One of my only memories of him was we were at a round table, I think. I think it was meeting up with, because like I said, my mom used to work with him, so I think it was from that. Did your mom work there?
Yeah, the pharmacy.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so I guess that's how they know. I didn't know how they knew each other, but they were having like a reunion, like a coworker reunion, and oh shit. And
finish up the story.
They were having a coworker reunion, and he was there, and he gave me like a bunch of money so I can go get quarters for the arcade. Fuck. Yeah. But yeah, no, that was the story.
Alright, guys.
We're out of time.
Yeah, we're out of time, yo. I mean, shit, lots had happened. I don't know if we'll have enough content in the next episode. But we're going to continue on.
Yes.
So, thank you guys all for watching.
Yes.
Leave a like, comment, and subscribe.
No.
And we'll see you in the next video.
Bye!